Well, today's event, 2015 Nissan Quest, and we are going to top off the power steering fluid. Can't really see where it's at, but I can open up the cap and show you. And for this top off, we have the electric power steering fluid E-PSF, which is what it calls for right there. It's the OEM stuff. Unopened, cost about $22. And it says use in Nissan and Infiniti vehicles which have electric power steering units, which this does. Check your vehicle's operator's manual for manufacturer service recommendations. Overexposure to product may cause skin, respiratory, eye irritation. Where appropriate, protective equipment. Yes, absolutely. Always do. Not the typical mechanic. Got some plastic gloves here. We're going to go ahead and take that off, and then we're going to go ahead and pour that in. Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, it's a brand new container. Can't even tell what it looks like in there. I guess I know when it's going in, but it has to go in there, and I only need a little bit. And when I bought this vehicle, it was fairly new, and it wasn't even filled up all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take this cap off. Now, I don't believe that you have to check this hot or cold. Right now, it is probably at the minimum mark. So I don't want to dump my power steering fluid, so let me set that down. This is where it's at right now. I was actually driving the vehicle, moving the steering wheel back and forth. It's right at that tip. You can see the fluid inside of there. We'll be putting in fluid with the same color. I'm not going to be replacing all the fluid. Eventually, if I do decide to do that, I have a whole jug here. But basically, for just a little bit of fluid, it's going to be $22. So that was very exciting. I don't know what the equivalent to this would be. Some people said Valvoline synthetic transmission fluid, and I don't believe that's correct. So I just went with the OEM stuff. It's not worth saving $10 and then blowing out the power steering unit, which is everything that you see there. Alright, so everything's topped off. There we go. There's your numbers, PN999MP, E-PSF00P. So you can look it up by that if you need to. And then this is all topped off. At least it's close enough for me. It's not exactly at the top line, but I'm good with that. Tighten it on, but not grow it tight, and we're good to go. So this is ordered off Amazon. For all I know, though, I don't know 100% that this is Nissan fluid, because when I took the cap off, the cap was, you can see the seal is cracked, but there's ways around opening up that seal without actually cracking the seal. And there was no foil inside, so for all I know, somebody could have dumped this out, used it in their vehicle or several vehicles, refilled this up with some sort of hydraulic fluid, and then sold it off on Amazon. And the sticker itself is peeling, and it's discolored, like something was spilled on it and wiped off. Same thing on this side, you can actually see discoloration. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not. For all I know, it is genuine, but for the little bit that I put in there, hopefully this does do the trick. I will update if anything goes wrong, and then probably call out the seller too if that does happen. But yeah, that's it. So if you need to top it off, make sure you get the correct fluid. Don't go with aftermarket crap. Go with the OEM stuff if you need to, just in case you don't want to cause yourself problems. You don't want to be replacing this whole pump.